at the welfare of our people in their barracks. Barracks administration, you need to emphasize. There are lots of challenges in barracks administration, which even at your level you need to address. Our people are not living well. Even those houses that they are living in are not well catered for. And even the way they utilize the services there, I will not go into details.
You know, my heart and mind, my colleague and I, our heart and mind is in ensuring that you get decent police accommodation. So not only for the police, but even for prisoners and our immigration. The situation is bad. When there was this gentleman, Engineer Sewanyana, where is he? Senior Commissioner Sewanyana should be seconded to the Permanent Secretary to ensure that we get this project off ground and starting and running. Sewanyana, wherever he is, where is he? Sewanyana, he's not here. Tell him that if he fails, this time I'll hang him upside down. This time I'll hang him upside down. Because he's an engineer, he should work with the Permanent Secretary to ensure he follows the project progress. Wherever there are bottlenecks and he reports back to us, to you, and to us, and to the PS, so that we can follow through and make sure this project succeeds. You cannot afford to milk a cow without feeding it. The accommodation, the living conditions of our servicemen are deplorable. And we can't afford to sit by and watch and behave like all is okay. That would be treasonous on our part. Let's follow this thing and get it through. I am tired of people telling me this can't be done. This can't be done. This is, if it can't be done, why don't you ask other people, how did they do it? If you think it can't be done, you resign. I say, yeah, let's do this. Don't tell me this can't be done unless you tell me why it can't be done. Do you think this is possible? What's the problem? Tell me it's impossible because of A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. Then we'll work on how to solve those problems. If they are difficult, then we'll call on different wisdom. Because progress is human endeavor. If you told my great-grandfather about artificial intelligence, he would think you ran out of your mind. That at a certain time in history, there would be machines that think better than human beings. My great-grandmother would think you are just overdue for Otafiire. So don't tell me it can't be done. Tell me what is the problem, what you see as the impediments to making achievement.
The fleet we have is as old as 2015. We've not been able to bring in new equipment. Those that are there, the maintenance is limited because of the budget. Fuel, sir, is another area. We have challenges in fuel, but our population needs patrol vehicles to be on the road. The director, of course, the IGP, the director will brief you in detail, to the extent that now we can't even afford 3 liters a day for a vehicle. But yet you need to work. So those are challenges that really we must look at. Feeding in operations. Feeding in operations is a nightmare. You are deploying an officer, you are deploying officers in the field. Now they are now taking 1 meal. I don't know for how long, whether Mr. Degu will maintain them up to the end of this financial year.
we are going to try to address it. But ladies and gentlemen, you should remember that we are also competing we are struggling within a small resource envelope and competing with other contending priorities. So we shall do our level best and try to convince everybody else that an environment where there is no security is not an environment where you can do anything else. You can't have a functioning hospital in the midst of war. You can't have a market taking place for exchange of goods when there are thieves marauding around, when the money and the goods you are selling are insecure. So we must ensure security before we work out on other things. Yes, there are priorities, but you must ensure we have security first and foremost. It's a secure environment that will ensure progress. So therefore, the core of the police, the core of the army, the core of the security services should take precedence over other things.
Now you block the other side, you block here too. What do you want? Madam Sikawa. Sikawa. You told us to reverse and go.
Yes, I'm guaranteeing your security ahead. I'll let you go.
What do you mean guaranteeing our security?
Yeah, I'm trying to get for security ahead.
I don't even have any stone. We are fighting for you, my friends. We want better salaries for you.
The welfare, when you see, I have 2 barracks in my constituency. You see the way these people live, it's deplorable. So I ask these people, what plan do they have as the leadership of, those that have been appointed to lead the police force? And as I asked them, I was also asking my colleague members of parliament that let's ask these people to bring a comprehensive plan, and as parliament we should act upon it, because these police officers, they're human beings like us. Okay, they are serving their country. We do have challenges with them, how they operate and so on, but many of the juniors who really are not the ones giving the orders and so on, you see how they live, it's deplorable. Something has got to be done about that.
I know the expectations, both within the Uganda Police Force and the wider community, is high, and the tasks before us is enormous. We have heard about the welfare issues. We have heard about the image of the institution. We have also learned about the rudimentary methods of work that we still have. But, Honorable Minister, I believe together, you have always been there for us. We shall achieve. Our coming into these offices is not in vacuum, because we had already built a very strong partnership, coordination, cooperation within the ministry and within the police authority.
A lot of challenges have been mentioned also, and therefore I take cognizance of all those facts. But as I said, I'm energized and strengthened by your presence, sir. I know upwards up to HE, I'm strengthened. And down up to the constable, I'm going to ensure that we are a very strong team.
Sir, on the challenges, there are just many, but accommodation you are all aware of accommodation constraint that we are looking at. But on the happy note, at least on welfare, I am aware that the government has embarked on the process of increasing the salaries for the personnel. That is something that we must be at. We must thank our honorable ministers for that effort, because the drafts I have seen are encouraging, and once that process is completed and our personnel get this enhanced salary, then definitely policing will improve. In addition to the other constraints, if these other constraints I've mentioned can be addressed.